President Trump's deadline for a deal is set. CBS News has learned that mediators sent both Washington and Tehran a proposal, and they're calling for a 45-day ceasefire and the reopening of the Strait. The White House says it is one of many ideas, and President Trump has not signed off on that yet. Now, all of this follows a profanity-filled social media post from the president on Easter Sunday. He wrote that tomorrow will be, quote, power plant day and bridge day if the Strait of Hormuz is not opened. Then in an interview with Fox News, he added that he's considering blowing everything up. Iran is calling that threat a war crime. Let's go live outside the White House to CBS News chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes. So, Nancy, does it look like we are any closer to getting a deal on all of this?
Possibly, Mugo, according to the President of the United States, who has been out here on the South Lawn of the White House for the traditional Easter egg roll, but stopped a couple of times to talk to reporters who are out here and of course, peppered him with questions about talks between the U.S. and Iran. And he said something very interesting. He said he acknowledged that the U.S. had gotten a counterproposal back from Iranian officials, and he called their counterproposal substantial. He said that it was a step in the right direction, not good enough, but he said that talks are fruitful. So that was a positive sign. However, he also indicated that he is still prepared to go through with his threat that you talked about to start bombing power plants and bridges. And when he was asked more than once whether that kind of activity, bombing civilian infrastructure, would constitute a war crime, he wouldn't answer. Beyond that, I asked him about the condition of the airmen who were rescued in that daring operation over the weekend. He said that they are doing well, they're hospitalized, they are improving, and he later said that he plans to talk to their families today.
And Nancy, we know the president is set to hold a news conference in just about an hour today. So what can we expect from that?
Well, I think he'll get even more questions about all these proposals that are floating around, not just the talks that are going back and forth between U.S. negotiators and Iranian officials, but also this new proposal that has been put forward by the Pakistanis and other regional powers, suggesting that there be a 45-day ceasefire and then 15 to 20 days of talks between the U.S. and the Iranians, which would, as part of this proposal, also allow for the immediate reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, which is so critical to the shipping of oil around the world. The president didn't have much to say about that out here on the South Lawn, but he's sure to get questions about it in the White House briefing room in a little bit.
Okay, Nancy Cordes at the White House for us today. Thank you so much for your time. And CBS News 24/7 will carry the president's news conference live. It is scheduled to start at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific.